Yeah, welcome back to Wanies Academy. Today in our biology class, we shall be talking about specialized exchange services. At the end of the day, you'll be able to define the term specialized exchange services, list some examples and characteristics of specialized exchange services, and state some importance of specialized exchange services. Specialized exchange services are structures that are evolved, structures that are adapted to facilitate the efficient exchange or movement of materials between an organism and its environment. The environment of an organism can be aquatic or terrestrial. In the aquatic environment, for example, there's a need for dissolved oxygen to move into water bodies for aquatic animals like the fish to get oxygen for gaseous exchange. So this specialized exchange services, they allow for the ease at which materials will move between the body of an organism and its environment. And so it plays a crucial role in homeostasis. Homeostasis is a system of maintaining steady, constant internal environment in the body of organisms. Let's see some examples of specialized exchange services. The lung is a very, very important example. Lung is found in most land vertebrates where gaseous substance like oxygen moves through the nose to the lungs, and from the lungs through the alveoli to the bloodstream for circulation. In one of our topics, we talked about surface area to volume ratio. So the size of the lung in multicellular organism also facilitates the exchange of materials between the external body and the lungs of living organisms. Intestine is another important specialized exchange surface. Intestines are found in the stomach or abdomen of organisms. Intestine is a medium through which digested food is absorbed. The walls of the intestine are lined with villi. This villi increases the surface area of the intestine and allow for the exchange of materials between the body cells and the small intestine. The gill is another specialized exchange surface. The gill is found in aquatic organisms like the fish. The gill is used by the fish to carry out gaseous exchange. I said earlier, oxygen needs to dissolve into water. So the dissolved oxygen is trapped through the gill filament. The gill filament is contained in the gill. We have the gill raker, we have the gill filament, we have the gill chamber. In the gill filament, we have blood vessels lining the gill filament. So from the gill filament, oxygen is trapped, the dissolved oxygen is trapped and moves around the body of the fish. Root air is another special exchange surface in plants. Aside from anchoring the plant to the soil, the root of the plant allows for the exchange of water and mineral nutrients from the soil of the plant through the roots to the entire plant. So the roots of the plant contains the root air, which increases the surface area of the root for the absorption of water and mineral nutrients efficient for good growth and development in the plants. So these are the specialized exchange surfaces in organisms: the root air, gills, intestines in animals, lungs in animals. Now let's see some characteristics of specialized exchange surfaces. One, large surface area. The larger the surface area, the easier for the movement of materials between the external environment and the internal environment. Thin walls. The thinner the walls of the organism, the ease at which materials will move from the external environment into the internal environment. The thick wall in the body of organisms, plant or animal, will increases the concentration of the materials to be moved in and out. So, and it also increases the speed It reduces the speed at which materials are exchanged. So the thin wall also enables the ease in exchange of materials between the external and internal environment. Rich blood supply in the body of vertebrates. The blood supply also allows for the exchange of what materials. Take, for example, when one breathes in oxygen through the nose, the oxygen is taken into the lungs, and from the alveoli, which lies the surface of the lung, the oxygen is transported by the blood around the body cells for gaseous exchange and for the production of heat and energy. Even in the small intestine too, the villi in the walls of the small intestine also contains blood vessels, which allows for the trapping of the diffused material from the small intestine through the bloodstream and around the body. Let's see some importance of specialized exchange services. Now, it allows for efficiency in exchange of material. Now, specialized exchange services enable organisms to efficiently exchange materials. It allows for the ease at which materials move, and by so doing, the body maintains a constant internal environment. Adaptation to the environment. Specialized exchange services also allow organisms to be adapted to the environment. Like the gills in the fish now, the gills in the fish allows the fish to adapt to the aquatic environment. So the gills allow it to live. Without oxygen, animals cannot live. So the gills allow it to take oxygen, allow it to exchange oxygen between its external environment and its internal environment. Survival. Specialized exchange services allows for the survival of organisms. In the case of digestion, where food materials are broken down and absorbed through the walls of the small intestine, without food, animals would not survive. So the nutrients provided in the food materials that is diffused through the walls of the small intestine allows for the survival of organisms. So in all, specialized exchange services allows for the movement of materials in and out of the cell. It allows for the body of organism to maintain a constant internal and steady environment. Thank you for listening. I hope you have enjoyed the class. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye for now.